I'm going to start this video today with this spectacular view. Um, some of you may know where I'm at already. Joy, I'm sorry I came up here without you. I'm in a fire tower in the Henryville, Indiana Forestry. There's like these bars in the way to kind of give you a little panoramic view of what it looks like from up here. And that'd be the 360. Without trying to make you sick. From what you can see, about 30 miles off in that direction is Louisville, Kentucky. If it was like midday, you could see it. Still too much fog out, so it's kind of drizzling our way somewhere. Yeah, let's not face that way. Just to show you. There's the ground way down there. It's about 100 steps up here. And now about today's video and what we're here to talk about, and that's part 2 of my series on my cancer story, and this video is about treatment. There's a few reasons I came up here today. First was to show that amazing view of the fall colors and everything going around right now. I mean, you can see for miles and miles up here. It's crazy. But and the second reason was, first time I came out here was probably about 16 years ago, and I have never until today climbed this tower. I'm probably close to 100 feet up in the air right now. Scared of heights. Well, used to be, not so much anymore, and I guess that's part of what I'm going to talk about today is once you're faced with the possibility of death, stupid little fears and things seem meaningless. So that's one positive thing to look forward to if you're going through this right now. What's not so positive is the treatment. Not even gonna lie to you, it's gonna be bad. Cancer is probably one of the few things where the treatment makes you feel worse than the condition, depending on what type of cancer you have, of course. For me, they did the first round of chemo, which was a BCOP regimen. You can look that up. I can't remember what all it stands for, but anyway. Basically, it's like 8 days straight of treatment. They had to do the first round in the hospital until they got the insurance straightened out so I could do it outpatient. First round went pretty well. Felt alright. They were actually pretty amazed that I didn't really get sick or nauseous, but they kind of kept me pumped full of anti-nausea medicine, which made me pretty much sleep through about the whole thing. That was okay. And then the next time I went to go start outpatient, the doctor found a new study which determined, hey, we can give you double the dosage and it'll be okay. There's a new journal out that says double the dosage of this regimen, basically just enough not to kill you, and it'll help get rid of the cancer better. I still was very blessed that I never really got the nausea that much, that very often with that regimen. What problem I did have was it would completely wipe out my white blood cell counts, and I would end up in the hospital approximately 5 days after every regimen. and be in there for about a week until my counts came back up. Now, along with that, I also had a condition that I hate talking about because it's kind of embarrassing. You go figure, I'm talking about cancer and I'm talking about something else that's more embarrassing, but I had an anal fissure for 2 years that doctors kept telling me was just a hemorrhoid, and for some reason, every time my white blood cell counts went down, sorry about the wind, if it's kind of breezy up here, I'll try to talk louder. Every time my white blood cell counts got wiped out, basically, I got totally inflamed down there to the point where I couldn't have a bowel movement without... Imagine sitting on a red-hot fire poker, and that's kind of the gist of what it felt like. Like, the only thing, and I mean, I was in screaming pain and tears. Like, Joy had to hold me down and pray over me, and like I was about to rip the rail off of the bed, and the only thing that could help take the pain away a little bit was like a couple milligrams of Dilaudid, which, if you don't know what Dilaudid is, it's kind of like the next level. Like, it's like morphine times 10. Okay, so basically that would dilute the pain just enough to make me comfortable, and then like let me get some sleep and sleep it off until the pain went away. And that happened after every time I got the BCOP regimen. Of course, the surgeon went in a few times and tried to do a few different things with it, all for naught. After the third round of BCOP, I believe, yes, the third round of BCOP, they did another PET scan. The doctor said, he was shocked that I had progressed so fast, and it's, as far as clearing up, it shrunk a lot. And he was beside himself, like he couldn't believe it. He was basically just like, thank God, like, you don't really typically hear doctors say anything like that, but that's what he said. He's like, it's a miracle. And so they did one more round of BCOP, and after being in the hospital again and all that pain, and he was tired of me and being in such pain, not to mention on top of all that, I was taking oxycodone like several times a day. They put me on fentanyl patches. I was on all kind of different pain meds, like, just to try to deal with the pain. So he decided, after 4 rounds of BCOP, to switch it to an ABVD regimen, which is what people normally get for lymphoma. Like, if you have, like, sorry about the wind again, if you have what they would consider like a normal case of lymphoma, ABVD would probably be what you would get on what would normally be an outpatient basis. Like, you could probably still go to work, that kind of thing. So I did 2 rounds of ABVD, which actually ended up making me feel sicker than the BCOP did. Now, the pain, like the white blood cell count and the other pain thing subsided, but then with the ABVD, I started having a lot of bone and muscle pain. Still ended up in the hospital, still on pain meds. I went through 2 rounds of ABVD, and they did another PET scan, and basically said, as far as he could see, it was gone. Said, we're just going to follow up, keep doing appointments, do scan here in a few months. Actually, I got to see him, I think I mentioned in my last video, next week. I don't think they're going to do a scan yet, but they'll do blood work, flush my port. But yeah, as far as the treatment goes, yes, I did. I lost all my hair, and I mean all my hair. A friend jokingly told me, and I take everything lightheartedly. I thought it was hilarious. He told me I looked like a Ninja Turtle, like from the new Ninja Turtle movie. And if I can find the picture, I might post it on here while I'm try to edit it into here while I'm talking about this so you can see it. Yeah, it was bad. I stayed as positive as I could. I had great support from people around me, and I will tell you this: one of the hardest things to deal with is finding out who's not there for you, people who you think would be and are not, and then you find out people that are there for you that you wouldn't have believed would have been there for you. I mean, you really, truly in this situation find out who really, really cares, and that for me has probably been one of the hardest things to deal with through all of this, and I'm gonna elaborate more on that on part 3 when I talk about after treatment up until now and what I've gone through since then. So I'm gonna try to keep this a little bit shorter than the last one. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. Like the video, subscribe if you want, share it, let people know. I mean, there's all kind of people going through this, and I went through it alone a lot. I mean, a lot of times it was me and my wife. I never went to group sessions or anything like that. Like, all the stuff sounded wonderful to me, but honestly, I have like social phobia, and it kind of kept me from being able to do anything like that. So I really, other than an occasional word, kind of like secondhand back and forth between my brother-in-law and wife, about these things, I probably should have talked to him more. And that's, again, the social phobia thing, because he went through this. He went through it worse than I did. So yeah, I'll elaborate on that more in the next video. So I'm going to stand up here a little bit longer and enjoy this beautiful view while I'm up here. Everybody else, have a nice day, and I'll try to have part 3 up on Monday.